to my audience, but personally.
You should sign up for Emma. The easiest.
Shut the fuck up.
What you may think to be good, what you may think to be healthy, what you may think to be right, is based off of your finite human mind and what you know. But God knows everything. So God may test you with things that in the time they may feel like pain and they may feel like suffering and they may feel like hurt, but eventually they'll flourish and there will be lessons that will teach you to become better, how to deepen your faith. It's very interesting.
Stella.
What I've come to realize is that
Te hablaría a ti, Stella, creo.
suffering is the greatest teachers. And that you look at whether it's the greatest prophets, whether it's Jesus, whether it's the saints, or whether it's the apostles, you begin to see their life, and their life was riddled with suffering, which is something that we tend to avoid. But behind suffering is the greatest lessons, and behind suffering is the greatest growth. And Jesus preaches suffering, and he teaches this life of surrendering earthly desires to achieve a higher level of spirituality and closeness to the Father. So I think, yeah, I'm still figuring it out. I'm a work in progress.
There's a saying that God says in the Quran, which is, I said it to Andrew as well when I looked at it back in February, which is, God will burn the soul which more than they can handle. There may be something like that in the Quran, there may be something like that in the Bible as well.
Say that one more time.
The exact quote was, I will never burn my soul of which it can't handle. So I will never bring pain or agony upon someone knowing that they can't handle it. So, for example, let's just say you take a big L in your life. God already knows you can handle it. That's why the L is there in the first place. It's a test, as you said, of how you come out of that, how that shapes you. Do you go down the wrong path? Do you go down the right path? And also, in Islam, it's a test of
Temptation shall
how you
overcome
think
you.
about God, when you do the wrong thing. Do you know what I mean? I've seen friends around me go broke, and then when they go broke, they turn to drugs, or they turn to alcohol, or they turn to women, and all that sort of stuff. But then I see people who go broke, they stay on the path of praying, and reading, Quran, and staying by God, and they're the ones who come out with it.
There's a very good book in the Bible. The Bible's comprised of 66 different books. It's like the book of Job. And Job is this man that had everything, had all the cattle, all the land,
Yeah.
very successful at his time. And the story goes that Satan approaches God and says, hey, I see your servant Job, and the reason he serves you is because you've given him everything. You've given him all the land, you've given him all the success. And, God is interacting with Satan and he says, what do you think about my servant Job? Well, the reason he has what he has is because you blessed him. God says, well, okay, we'll take everything away except his life. You have my permission. So he strips him of his family, and he dies, strips him of all his possessions, strips him of his health. And throughout that entire book, all of his friends, his wife, comes and they're like, you should be cursing him because he took everything away from you. He's saying, I can't curse God.
Curse God and
He's so
die.
faithful to me. In one encounter, he's praying to God and he questions, why is this happening to me? And God answers, who are you to question me? Am I not the creator of everything? And in the same way, I hope not to live a life where everything is stripped from me. The lesson, the moral of the life of Job is that God will test you with suffering. God will test you with challenges. God will test you with difficulties. God will test you with hard times. But that is when the proof of your faith is manifested. Not when everything is easy. Not when it's easy. Not when times are simple. But in the challenges, do you curse God or do you bless him for giving you the opportunity to experience these challenges, experiencing difficulties, to become better and to get closer to him. Right? And then the story finishes with God blessing Job with another angel, which is very interesting. And it's good stuff.
The reason why I didn't fall up in the first place is because sometimes you hear, people get very, very successful. They get the money, they get the fame, they get the money, they get the cars, they get everything they want. And somehow in the end, they're still lost. they feel like a lost cause, they feel like their souls just disappeared, they don't know what to do in life. And the common trait that you find with most people is that they're not a man of God.